welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Danielle and I post videos every week. So today's video is going to be all about my second trimester. So let me tell you, first of all, I am way past, I'm in my, technically, am I in my fourth trimester? Or I'm like past that, I don't know. I'm 4 months postpartum now, so I have been through all of the trimesters at this point, but I just wanted to film these recap videos during my pregnancy, but I didn't get around to doing it. So as you saw in my last video, I was talking about my second trimester, saying that I felt so much better, I felt like myself again. That is true, but during my second trimester, and also I just want to say, like, a disclaimer, I don't want any of this stuff that I'm saying, like, in any of my trimesters to scare you if you're like about to go through it, or you want to have a baby, or whatever. Like, I don't want anything that I say to scare you or turn you off from having a baby. I did have a lot of fears about being pregnant. I was scared that my body like couldn't handle it. And if you're kind of feeling that way, or if you're scared, I don't want this to scare you. Let me just say that. Everybody is different, and most people have great experiences being pregnant. Some people don't have the best experience being pregnant, but most people don't have anything horrible happen to them. Our bodies are like built for this. Women are amazing, and our bodies can handle way more than you think. Anyway, and like the miracle of birth it's worth it in the end. So I don't know. And when people used to tell me that, I was like, okay, but I don't want to go through it like regardless. But it's not like as bad as, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just don't want this to scare you or turn you off, or like I don't want it to sound like I'm spreading like negativity around the subject. Like, that's not my intention. I'm just trying to share my experience. So what I remember from my second trimester is, yes, I started feeling like I got my energy back. I remember I started wearing like cute outfits. It was fall time, so I was like, yes, I can wear cute sweater dresses and like little heels. You know, I felt good. September, October of my second trimester, I didn't feel the best. So I felt good sometimes and I felt bad other times. It was kind of like an on and off situation. I started getting like heart palpitations. This might be like sharing too much I don't know, like my health stuff, but just being transparent, I started having like heart palpitations that were really bad, and probably the first half of my second trimester, I felt like I had this like strange like brain fog, and I was like, it was like I wasn't there. Like at my gender reveal, I had a gender reveal party. I felt like I can't even describe to you how I felt. Like, it was like my body was there, but my brain, like everything inside of me was not there. Like, physically I was there, but every other part of me like wasn't. And I don't know why. Like, I felt like I was having, I think maybe now looking back, I think I was having like horrible anxiety that made me feel that way. It was like crippling, and I didn't know what it was. I don't usually experience that, but I do think that that's probably part of what it was. So yes, first half of my second trimester, I felt like I was in a brain fog. That was something that happened to me. I did feel tired, but again, it was a mix of feeling tired and then feeling energized some days. Like, I definitely felt like I had more energy than I did in my first trimester. I didn't have to take naps all the time. I wasn't sick, but then I was experiencing anxiety and the heart palpitations. Also, my second trimester, I had to pee a lot. I was starting to have to pee like sometimes like 10 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes 1 minute. Sometimes I would pee, and then as soon as I got up, I had to turn back around and go pee again. I also was very thirsty. So what I did in my second trimester was I bought some, not emergency, what's it called? Liquid IV. I bought liquid IV and I would drink like one of those a day and then also have glasses of water, you know, along with that. But I would just have one liquid IV like every day, every other day, to try to keep my hydration up, because that was something that was hard for me to do, especially when you have to pee all the time. You don't want to drink that much water if you already have to pee so much. Second half of my second trimester, I felt good. The beginning of my third trimester, I still felt good. The end of my third trimester is when the aches and the pains started happening. I started getting that, what is it called? It's like a pain that you get, like, I'll put it on the screen, but it's like a pain that you get. It's really sharp, and like when you move certain ways, it just randomly happens and you're like, oh my. Like, my feet hurt really bad at work. I couldn't stand all day. I was like, ooh, I gotta go sit. But I did have a little more energy still throughout my third trimester. I didn't start feeling low energy until the end, like until I was at like probably like 34 weeks is when things started getting hard for me at work. I definitely had heartburn during my second and third trimesters. I also had, like, it was uncomfortable at the top of like where my belly was, because like the baby was pushing against like my ribs and stuff. So if I like laid a certain way or sat a certain way, it felt like uncomfortable, because, you know, you could feel that there's something like there. She was kicking me during my third trimester, which I just looked up some of the symptoms for like your second and third trimesters of pregnancy, so I have something to go off of. So in my third trimester, I peed myself. That was something that happened a lot. I peed myself because my fiance likes to make me laugh very hard because he's silly. I definitely peed myself a few times, and I believe I also peed myself in my second trimester. So I have a couple videos, I think, of when I peed myself. Not like of me peeing, but like in the video I'm laughing and you can hear me say like, I peed. I don't know. I think it's funny, but I didn't really have any sleeping problems. That's something that a lot of people say that they have. I didn't have problems with that until the end of my third trimester. Ooh, oh my gosh, a big thing that I had during my third trimester was like restless leg syndrome. Oh my gosh, that is annoying. That is something I've never experienced. That it's the weirdest thing. Like, you're just like laying there trying to sleep and you just like, your legs are like, they were almost like kind of, it was kind of like they were itching. They weren't itching, but like they kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but like you have to move your legs. Like you just have to like move them. And that would keep me up at night because I could not go to sleep. I did have shortness of breath, and I did get kind of winded when I would do simple things like taking a shower and stuff. Like that was like hard. Like taking a shower sometimes was hard work because it did, yeah, I was short of breath, and it just felt like I was exerting so much energy during my third trimester when like I wasn't really doing like a lot, you know. I would say that was pretty much it for my symptoms. Like my second and third trimester were a lot easier than my first. If you guys have any questions about anything, if I didn't talk about anything, if I did talk about something and you have a question about it, you can go ahead and comment that down below. Now I am 4 months postpartum. I am going to make videos about like my the birth story, how like that went, how it is now with a 4-month-old, how it was when we first got back from the hospital, how that period was when she was a fresh newborn. If you want to see all of that, make sure you stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.